These are the 5 books I think everyone should read if they wish to start investing. At the end, I will also include which of these I would read if I could only read one depending on my particular situation. If you want to support the channel by buying any of these books, you can do so by clicking the links in the description.
Knowledge.
Greetings, fellow investors. Welcome to Nordic Finance, where we want to help you on your financial journey. Today I will share with you the 5 books I believe everyone should read on investing. However, these books will not be ranked from worst to best, but instead I will showcase them in the order I feel you should read them as a total beginner. If you're already somewhat familiar with the topics of personal finance and investing, please feel free to skip the first 2. After that, everyone should be able to extract a lot of value regardless of their proficiency in these areas. Am I promising too much? Well, let's find out.
Are you ready, kids?
Our first book on the list is an old classic in the personal finance world, and we have actually already discussed it on the channel, albeit a while ago. I am of course talking about The Richest Man in Babylon by George Samuel Clason. What makes this book so great is both how well it is able to incorporate all of the most fundamental principles of money management in its short length, in addition to showcasing how timeless these principles are by having the story take place in ancient Babylon. The second book on the list is I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. This book really shows you the advantages of index funds and why it is a better idea for the average investor to not waste their precious time in trying to sort of pick individual stocks and maximize profits that way, which usually leads to minimizing profits because it's so damn hard. Instead, Ramit shares some tips for how you can both save and make more money to invest in the first place, which is especially important when you first start out, since what you earn from your active work is way more than what you're gonna earn from making an extra percent in the market, as you probably don't have a lot of capital to invest in the first place. This is why I really like this book, because it puts a great emphasis on not just how to invest your money, but also how to make more money and save more money. The third book on this list is written by none other than the number one guy within personal motivation himself. I'm of course talking about Tony Robbins and his book Money Master the Game. This book truly is a godsend for someone who is just starting out. Look, you may not even like Tony Robbins, and I don't even blame you. He's quite out there, but you will still love this book. It's absolutely fantastic. By leveraging his influence, he was able to record so many of the truly greats within the investing world, and in this book he is merely channeling their thoughts and opinions based on all of these interviews. Just learning the names alone of everyone in this book, so you can look them up in a later stage, is worth the price alone, in my opinion. Not to mention the interviews themselves. Truly a great book in my opinion. And this I think was the first book I read personally. This far into the video, I should put up a big warning sign. Because from here on out, a lot of people will be better off if they just stop. So after these 3 books, you should consider just leaving it at that. Keep it simple, gonna work beautifully for you. Because these books alone will show you how to do fantastically average as an investor, which, as you will soon realize when you read these books, average is plenty in investing and often much better than the average investor can perform, kind of weirdly enough, but it makes sense when you get more into it. Nonetheless, this is the truth, so if you still want to try to pick stocks yourself, these 2 final books are an absolute must, but consider yourself warned. I usually say that indexing is what 90% should do, unless they want to make this an actual lifestyle. As long as you index, it's a tool. After that, it becomes a lifestyle. Okay, with that out of the way, our 4th book is The Warren Buffett Way by Robert G. Hagstrom. I feel like I've read so many books about Warren in the last year, but to me, this book stands head and shoulders above the rest when it comes to capturing the investing principles that make Warren Buffett the greatest investor of all time. Here, Robert is able to capture everything from Warren's early life, his mentors, how he's been able to, instead of just developing his own style, also absorbing styles of others and incorporating all of these great principles into his own investment style. It's truly a fantastic book for people who want to become better stock pickers and invest in companies and not just gamble on the stock market, basically. In a very similar way, our final book of the list, and how could it really be anything else than this book, is of course going to be The Intelligent Investor. This book, often referred to as the original handbook on investing and written by Benjamin Graham, is considered a classic for a reason, but it is also placed last on the list for a reason. It is by far the most technical book on this list, and I suggest you read and reread it plenty of times to fully absorb all of its lesson. I know I will. Still, what Graham preaches, which I believe to be of most value in this day and age, is the importance of prudence in investing and being truly diligent with your money. It is something that is not only forgotten but even ignored by most beginners, including me from time to time, and a lesson that is painful to learn through experience. Now, I am going to make summaries for many, if not all of these books on this channel in the future, and as I already told you, we have done so together with Marcus for The Richest Man in Babylon, which I'm going to link now if you want to check it out. If there are any must-read financial books I should have included, please let me know in the comments, and remember to check out the affiliate links if any of these books sounded interesting. Personally, if I could only buy one of these, I would choose Money Master the Game if you want to learn everything you need to know about more passive approaches to investing, or The Warren Buffett Way if you wish to learn the dangerous art of picking individual stocks. But with that, as always, I wish you guys happy investing.